boys and girls, grade 4. Today, Sunday, 7th of February 2021. I'm very happy to welcome you to yet another lesson, art and craft. And before I start, I would like to beg you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, give a brief comment, then share to your fellow colleagues, students, and of course to the public domain. Today's lesson is on methods of decorating clay items. Methods of decorating pinch pots. Last week we went through the process of modeling this technique of pinch pots, but today we are going to concentrate in matters concerning decorating these clay items. Clay models items are decorated to make them look beautiful, just like human beings. They go to salons, they go to barber shops to be shaped, to be weave their hair, so that they can also look beautiful. So clay items are decorated to make them look beautiful. Now, there are about 3 specific methods of doing so. Some methods of decorating clay articles include: number 1, stamping technique; number 2, scratching technique; and then number 3, incising technique. Now, I want us to explore one by one these 3 techniques. 1, stamping technique. Stamping technique, this technique involves pressing on, or rather pressing an object on wet clay articles before they are completely dry. Now, once you press an object on a clay article when it is still wet, you create a very beautiful decoration. So we can use this technique of stamping, and after this lesson you'll also see a very good video showing the same. Number 2, you can also decorate using this technique of scratching technique. Scratching technique. Shallow marks are made on the walls of wet clay items by using sharp tools such as 1, nails, sharp sticks, or rather wire. That is scratching. And then number 3, incising technique. Incising technique. This is yet done by cutting out patterns on the walls of the wet clay article. And this cutting out, this incising technique, can be done by using a sharp object such as 1, wire, a stick, etc., etc. Remember, all these pinch pots, these clay articles, they can only be decorated when they are wet. Because when they become dry, it will be very hard for us to decorate them. So the whole process has to be done immediately after modeling them. Enjoy the video following. Thank you. Right, boys and girls, we go with our video now. Practically, there the pot is pinch pot. Looks like a cup, something similar to that. You smoothen the top, then the tools which you are going to use. That one is a comb. This is a potato filler, kifaa cha kuambua viazi. Then there is a fork there, and of course there is a scrubber there for washing. These ones can also all be used to create patterns on a pinch pot. There we go, and then now it is ready. It is ready now for being decorated. First and foremost, we are going to use a fork, and we are going to create pattern just next to the opening of the clay pinch, and we are going to create now. Look at it now. Is pressing onto the wet clay So to me, this is now the thumbing technique of creating patterns, decorating. And you go around the pot the way you are seeing, stamping those patterns very nicely, very carefully, all the way around, just next to the opening, slowly and sure, using that fork. You can see good job being done there on the screen. Yes, and she's almost done. There you are, there it is, good. You can see now round one of decorating is over. Now she takes we now part two, round two, use the potato filler now to press some more marks like this, some more patterns just below the first ones. Here we go, very nicely. And then you press so that you can create depression, just as you can see, stamping technique. Right, we go on, we move on, we go on, we move on, we move on until we are done. Right, we are not done. We are now going to use yet another tool to create more scratch, to use the incising technique. And here we go. We use now the comb. You can see, very beautiful, very slowly. We are cutting, we are scratching, like scratching, which is almost can see. You are removing part of the clay. That is scratching, incising there, very beautiful, just below the first pattern, and there it looks so beautiful, boys and girls. Well, remember, this process of decorating can only be done when the pinch pot is wet and the job is finished. There we are finished. Now you can see, I'm sure now, boys and girls, you are able, you are now in a position to decorate. Now we don't have to need to put those, otherwise we wanted to